Hello, folks, and welcome to another episode of the Cubs Line Podcast. I'm Ryan Dunleavy,
And I'm Ron Zielinski.
and today the Cubs took Game 2 in Washington by a score of 12-6, highlighted by a three-home run night from Alex Bregman, who was 3 for 3 with three home runs, seven RBIs, and two walks. Huge win thanks to a San Diego Padres walk-off and a sweep of the Milwaukee Brewers. The Cubs are only 3 games back in the division, so this is going to be a dogfight to see who wins the NL Central here.
Yeah, it really is. It seems like 2 weeks ago we were like eight back, but here we are, right on the doorstep, 3 games back. I mean, win tomorrow, you're 2.5 back. Because I believe the Brewers have an off day. So here we go. I mean, it's getting to that point where we are a month, literally a month and 15 days away. So that's pretty much exactly a month and a half away from the final day of the regular season and 3 games back. I mean, who would have thought we would be here when we were in Colorado and we were sitting at 34 and 34?
Well, right, better than a Brewers off day tomorrow. They got to face one of the best teams in baseball, being the Dodgers, and they got to go face Roki Saki, Yoshibu Yamamoto, Justin Robleski, and Tariq Skubal in a four-game series. So that'll be a fun
Oh.
task for the Milwaukee Brewers.
That's right. I forgot that tomorrow they started the four. I thought it was a 3 game series, but yeah, I mean, hopefully the Dodgers can take care of business. They've been slipping a little bit, but go out and beat those ice cold Brewers, and we can be two back tomorrow.
Never thought we'd be saying this either.
No, no, no. I literally like go back to the episodes. I mean, when we were really bad, like I'm like, no, you're never winning this division. And now here we are on August 12th. Not even like September 12th, September 20th. We are a month and a half away and saying you could get to 2 games back tomorrow. So, I mean, this division's not going to be won till the final series of the year.
Yeah, and we don't even have Edward Cabrera, Daniel Palencia, Riley Martin, Justin Steele, Ben Brown, Shelby Miller, Hobie Milner. Like, we don't have any of these guys back. Like, I think when we get the pitching reinforcements too, like, this is going to be a very scary team down the stretch. And I think the Cubs have a legitimate chance to run away with this division.
I agree, and like we were talking about, or me and my dad were talking about, Bregman had hit his third homer, and he was like, "Man, like they are unbelievable." And we were talking about, they have one of the best offenses in the league. They by far have the best defense in the league. And you look at where they are right now. They're 71 and 50 at a better pace than the team last year. At this point, 121 games. And I mean, he said like, I mean, they're this good, and look what they've gone through. So many injuries. I mean, Palenci's been out, Cabrera's been out.
A
Um,
10-game losing streak.
a 10-game losing streak. All the bullpen guys you've lost. You're sitting at 71 and 50, and you're about to get all those guys back. Palencia through the rehab yesterday. He went like two-thirds, I think no hits. He was pretty good. And then
He had
Cabrera
a
went like,
rough outing today, though, I believe. He went point 1 innings, three walks, three runs, and a hits Batman
oh, okay.
with one
So
strikeout. So he was very inconsistent. But Edward Cabrera was very good. I think he went 4 innings with seven strikeouts and no hits. So
four no-hit innings, seven strikeouts. Yeah.
you like to see that. So it might be a little bit more time on Danny P, but to get Cabrera back would be huge because the way he pitched that Mets game before he went down is the Edward Cabrera that I want to see.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, I think we can 100% get that Edward Cabrera back. I mean, he had those struggles, and you think maybe it was related to that injury, and then he finally found his groove back, and then he exploded his knee. But yeah, I mean, they're coming back, and this Cubs team, I think is gonna be getting a bye and not playing the wild card series this year.
I mean, think about Ben Brown. The guy was going to be an all-star until he got hurt. Like, I assume he'll be a bullpen arm, but how good he was early in the year, just adding that third pitch, the sinker, who actually Clay Holmes was kind of teaching Ben Brown, which thank you to Clay, who's been helping out the Cubs, kind of not even being on the team all year. And then think about how much of a dog Riley Martin was when you were in the dog days and you weren't winning baseball games and you needed relievers to step up, and how good Riley Martin was and how he would just attack those hitters with the fastball. Like, if you those are two big add-ons, and even Hobie Milner, like that guy was a weapon as a left. He doesn't throw hard. He works ground balls. He's really tough left on left. Like, and then
He's
Danny
got the arm.
P.
He's got the arm angle, the side arm.
Yeah, and Danny P was built for the playoffs. Like, the guy knows how to pitch in high leverage situations. He's not afraid of the moment. Like, he lives in the moment. He shows emotion when he pitches. Like, that's a guy that you want to play behind if you're a fielder. And Justin Steele, even though he might not pitch an inning in the playoffs, like that is your leader in the clubhouse. He is such a bulldog. When he's on the mound, just he doesn't want anyone else to have the ball. He wants the ball to be his. He doesn't want to give up that ball. Like he is just a bulldog on the mound, and even bigger, he's a guy that you need in the clubhouse. Like if the team's playing bad, like he's not gonna just sit there and mope. Like he's gonna say his true emotions and try and get the team back on track. Like as big as getting him on the mound is great, but I think him in the clubhouse is even bigger because JMO is probably your leader as pitcher as from a pitching standpoint, and losing him hurts obviously as from a leadership standpoint, but regaining a leader in Justin Steele is huge.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you look at it now, like I said, one of the best offenses, by far the best defense. The pitching has been pretty good, and it's about to get a whole lot better as we come down the stretch here. Like, I mean, last year when we said it, it was probably a little bit of a stretch because they were pretty far away when saying this Cubs team can go all the way. It's not a stretch anymore. Like this team, like I like again. Like I was telling my dad, like they can go all the way, and I wouldn't be surprised they could get swept in their first series. And I mean, I would be a little surprised, but like I mean that can happen. Um, but like I don't think it's a stretch anymore to say this team can go all the way.
Well, right, 3 days ago the Cubs were 6 games back, and now we're 3 games back. Like that's how quick stuff can change. And I mean, what the Padres were 6 games out of a playoff spot a couple weeks ago, and now they're the leading wild card getter, and the Phillies aren't in the playoff picture right now. Like this end of the year is going to be very interesting, and the Cubs are trending in the right direction. So we'll do a little ball game recap here. Cubs win 12-6. PCA struck out, Sale walked, Bregman walked, Carson Kelly struck out, and then Bushy struck out. Bottom of the first, Dylan Cruz grounded out, Andres Chaparro popped out, Brady House with the opposite field single, and then CJ Abrams struck out. Top of the second, Nico grounded out, Tyrone Taylor grounded out. Rammer worked a walk and then stole a bag, and then Dansby lined out to Brady House. Really nice play there at second. Dansby hit this ball hard. Bottom of the second inning, Harry Ford with a leadoff single, just a little blooper down the line. Then Andrew Pickney smoked a ground ball at the middle, 110 miles an hour, so runners on first and second. Then Jacob Young reached on a fielder's choice by Ramirez. This wasn't air. It was a tough play. Like it was kind of a hard ball to judge, but Ramirez obviously has to have that, so that did go down as an error on him. And then Dalen Lyle with the single. Just a 61-mile-an-hour little chopper hit. Peterson went after it, couldn't make the play. Ramirez tried barehanding it. Just one of those that's hitting between the triangle of the catcher, pitcher, and third base. And when you got one of the fastest guys in the game in Dalen Lyle, like he's going to jump all over that. So the Nationals took a 1-0 lead. Then Nazim Nunez grounded into a double play. This ball was smoked 109 miles an hour off the bat. Peterson fielded it, went to home, and then Kelly went to Bush. I mean, the best possible thing that could have happened there. And then Dylan Cruz popped out. So some really nice damage control from David Peterson right there. Top of the third, Pete struck out, Saya struck out, Breggy worked a walk, and then Kelly grounded out. Bottom of the third, Chaparro struck out, Brady House grounded out. Really nice play there by Ramirez. Then Abrams walked, Harry Ford flew out. Top of the fourth, Bushy with a nice infield single. Nazem Nunez did a really nice job stopping this, but couldn't make the play. And then Nico grounded into a double play, and Tyrone Taylor struck out. Bottom of the fourth, Andrew Pickney grounded out. Jacob Young hit a single on a fly ball to Saya, just another blooper. Then Dalen Lyle struck out. Nazim Nunez hit a single to Pete. This ball was hit so hard, Young couldn't get the third, which was good. And then Dylan Cruz struck out. Top of the fifth, Rammer with a leadoff single smoked this ball 107 off the bat. Then Rammer stole second. Dansby worked a walk, so it was first and second, no outs for Pete. Pete comes through again, smokes a fly ball into the right field corner. He gets a double on this. Rammer comes around to score. They hold Dansby at third, which was a smart choice there by Quentin Berry. Makes it 1-1, and then that would be it for the MLB debut of Jackson Kent. Actually, pretty cool story. They were talking on the broadcast. I think Kent was from Illinois. The dad is still a Cubs fan, tunes in annually to Marquee to watch games still, which is pretty cool. When Taylor McGregor came up to him pregame, he's like, like, "Oh yeah, I know who you are." And he's like, "Yeah, if I can meet Boog and JD, like that would be unreal." So kind of a full circle moment there to make your debut against your hometown team.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, it was Michaelis lined up for today. He pitched yesterday, and they got DFA today. Love to see that. But it's awesome for Kent to have his debut just against a team like that. You know, for his dad, who's still to date a Cubs fan, knows everybody on the broadcast. I thought that was really cool. But yeah, he had, I feel like he had a really solid debut too.
Yeah, he's from Hanover Park. I just looked it up. He went to play college ball in Arizona, but he's from Hanover Park. I'm curious where he went to high school at then, but he actually looked pretty solid. He didn't have overwhelming velocity, but he was definitely hitting his spots and was pretty solid. But pretty cool. He was the Nationals' eighth ranked prospect. I looked that up earlier, but pretty cool to see how he's from Illinois. He went to Lake Park High School. I know where that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, got a
So
couple buddies that went there.
yeah, so pretty cool. Making his debut against his hometown team. That's pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
So then after that, Sale lined out to Abrams. Jake Bird came in the game. Sale lined out to Abrams. Then Alex Bregman with his first homer of the night. He didn't kill this ball, but just enough to get out. Bird hung this pitch. This was a sweeper right down the middle, and you can't do that to a good hitter like Alex Bregman. 3-run homer gives them 4-1 lead. Carson Kelly would then strike out, and Michael Bush would fly out. Bottom of the fifth, Chaparro walked, and then Brady House grounded into a fielder's choice. Really nice play here from Dansby to get the out at second. And then CJ Abrams struck out, but Brady House stole second. And then Harry Ford roped a ball down the line for a double to make it 4-2. Pickney then walked, and then Jacob Young with an infield single, tough play. So bases were loaded for Dalen Lyle. Lyle would hit a little weak line drive up the middle to right field. This was a slider 0-2. I mean, couldn't have put it better from Peterson. Just went fishing here and got lucky. Harry Ford scored and Pickney scored, make it 4-4, and then Nazim Nunez struck out. So tied ball game after five. Top of the sixth, Nico popped out, and then Happer came in to hit for Tyrone Taylor, and this would lead to the switch for former Cub Tom Cosgrove coming in the game. He pitched in 4 games for the Cubs last year. Hap would welcome him into the game with a 106-mile-an-hour single. And then Rammer hit a little weak ground ball. Chaparro misplayed it, but I mean that's why you run hard. Ramirez digged this one out. It was labeled an error, but just good hustle from Rammer. So yeah, runners on first and second, no out. Dansby ropes one. I thought it was going to get out, but did not one hop the wall. 104 off the bat of Dansby. He's been swinging it pretty well as of late. His 16th double in the year. Hap came around to score, held Ramirez at third to make it 5-4. Pete would then strike out. Giovanni Cruz came into the game, the hard-throwing righty they got from the Yanks. And then Seo would come through big here, smoke a bullet into center field, 97 miles an hour. Dansby and Ramirez would both come around to score to make it 7-4, and Bregman would follow that one up with a long ball of his own. Jumped on a first pitch slider, excuse me. I think all 3 of his home runs were off speed pitches today. Jumped on that first pitch slider, misplaced from Cruz here. Another time where Bregman doesn't kill the ball, but just enough to get out, and that's what you need from Alex Bregman. You don't need him to hit 450 feet home runs. I mean, these 380 feet home runs are totally fine with me. Bregman's 15th home run of the year to make it 9-4. Carson Kelly would then walk, and Michael Bush would fly out. Bottom of the sixth inning, Javier Assad came in the game. Cubs are kind of adapting on that style as we were talking about pairing those starting pitchers. We saw it the other night with Clay Holmes and um, Colin Ray, and we saw it again tonight with David Peterson and Javier Assad. I'm kind of starting to like this. What about you?
100%. I mean, right, you spoke it into existence. Like you had floated the idea when, I mean, it wasn't even a thought in anyone's mind, and then they started doing it. But I really like it. You know, in this game, you don't want to waste too much bullpen. Like, you're up big. You don't want any of your, big arms to waste innings. For them to be able to just turn it over to Assad and him to just take it the rest of the way, like I'm really starting to like this, and it's just saves everybody so much, so much energy. And I mean, they obviously won't do this in like playoffs and stuff, but like if you can do this in games where like you've used a lot of arms in the past 2 or 3 games, something like that, you can use this to save arms, rest up. I really like this idea.
Yeah, so do I, especially when you get Edward Cabrera back. Like, you can pair him up with a guy that maybe doesn't throw as hard. Maybe like a Shota, a guy who is a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. One of them starts, and then you bring in, say, Shota starts, you see a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, and now you're seeing a 98-mile-an-hour fastball from Edward Cabrera rather than having two guys that throw hard. But Cabrera was kind of hitting high numbers on the radar gun in his rehab outing. I think he topped out at like 98.7. So
Yeah, which we hadn't seen.
yeah, so I'm starting to think that could have been something that we didn't know about before. So just like pairing guys up that have different velocities, I think would be a good idea.
Yeah, I agree, and especially with a guy like Cabrera and Shoto, just like you said, I would really. I really think this is a good move, and like you mentioned before, just like doing it with these other guys, but especially Cabrera, because again, like you mentioned, he's starting to finally climb that radar gun. Again, this might be something that we didn't know about, and he could finally be back. So you pair Shota, low velocity, more movement, fly ball kind of guy, and then you get Cabrera for the final 4 or 5 innings to throw high velo. I think it's a great move.
Another thing that would throw them off is Shota's what, like 5'7", and then Cabrera is like probably 6'5".
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The height too. That's such a yeah.
So personally, I would like that. Bottom of the sixth inning, Assad came in, Dylan Cruz flew out, and then I don't know how to say his name. Abimelech Ortiz. Abimelech, I'm just gonna say Ortiz. Hit his
There you
third
go.
home run. This ball was a moonshot, third deck, made it 9-5. Then Brady House struck out. C.J. Abrams walked, stole second base, and got to third base on an error. But then didn't matter because Harry Ford grounded out. Top of the seventh inning, Trevor Williams came in the game. Nico grounded out. Hap grounded out. Ramirez got called out on strikes. And then, I mean, this ball on Ramirez was over the zone. Probably should have used ABS, but is what it is. Top of the seventh inning, Jose Tena came in to hit for Pickney. He got hit by a pitch. Jacob Young lined out. Really nice grab here from Ian Happ. Sold out for it, made the play. Dalen Lyle then flew out, and Nazim Nunez grounded out. Top of the eighth inning, Dansby Swanson with a home run, his 18th on the year. This might have been his longest home run on the year. Wasn't even a strike. It was a slider low in the zone. Murdered at 436 feet. 107 miles an hour off the bat. Dansby's 18th homer on the year made it 10-5. Then Pete lined out. Seiya hit a single, and Breggy with his third home run on the night. As I was talking about, not a big distance, but they're getting out 394 feet, 98 miles an hour. Not one of his hits tonight were over 100 miles an hour, but all home runs. So you love to see that. Really starting to find his groove, and the Alex Bregman that we know and love makes it 12-5. And then Carson Kelly grounded out, and Michael Bush struck out. Then bottom of the eighth, Dylan Cruz flew out, Ortiz grounded out, and Brady House grounded out. Top of the ninth, Nico with a single, Ian Happ grounded into a force out, Rammer with a double down the left field line, and then Dansby struck out and Pete grounded out. Bottom of the ninth inning, C.J. Abrams struck out, Harry Ford grounded out. Jose Tena hit a home run with 2 outs, 417 feet. Doesn't matter. And then Jacob Young flew out. Cubs win this ball game 12-6. David Peterson gets the win on the mound, goes to 7-7 on the year. Tom Cosgrove gets the loss, goes to 0-2, and Javier Assad gets the save, his second on the year.
Yeah, I mean, this game, I mean, again, like I said, I mentioned on last night's episode, Ryan, I know you were unable to join, but I said, like, these are the two best offenses in baseball right now. Like, these are just going to be shootouts. Last night, 8-6. Tonight, or 8-6, right? Yeah, 8-6. Tonight, 12-6. Like, we knew these were going to be high scoring games, but I mean, tonight, Cubs to put up 12, Breggy, 3 bombs. Like, and then just talk about, like, just the punch, counter punch. Like, 1-0 Nationals. Cubs come back a couple innings later, make it 4-1. Nationals come back and counterpunch 4-4. Cubs come right back, make it 9-4. Like it's just trading punches, but like, you know, this Cubs team responding to anything thrown at them right now. Great win. Good job by Assad to kind of hold the fort down and give this, just a smooth ending. But Breggy, what a night for the guy. And yeah, just a great win, 3 back. That can beat. There's a chance that what's today, Wednesday. There's a chance next Thursday that the Cubs are lone on top of the NL Central.
Yeah, so we'll take a look at the pitching. David Peterson, 5 innings, 9 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. I mean, this is exactly what you need from a guy like David Peterson, a 4 or 5 in your rotation. You don't need him to go out and throw gems every time, but as long as he's serviceable, that's huge. And just seeing the difference that he's made from when he was struggling with the Mets, excuse me, to now, like it's night and day. And great acquisition by Jed Hoyer. And then Assad went 4 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs. Both of them were earned. 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, gave up 2 bombs. He's at a 3.59 ERA. Really nice outing from Javier Assad. I mean, that's what you're going to need sometimes. Sometimes he'll come in when you need him late in games. You don't have any other arms. You throw out Assad, and other times you're going to need him to eat up the bulk when you're winning by 7 runs. So really nice job there from Javier Assad. Player of the game, obviously Alex Bregman, 3 for 3, 7 RBIs, 2 walks. He's now batting 256. So love to see that jump. A lot of the batting averages are starting to skyrocket. Nico's back to 262. Bregman's at 256. Kelly's at 261. Bushy's at 245. I mean, the bat
Raymer's still above 300.
302. I mean, the only guys that are really struggling are Hap at 218 and Dansby at 216. The one thing I did not agree with today, even though you were facing a lefty, I would have liked to see Ian Happ in the lineup just because how hot he's been. Like, I wouldn't have wanted to mess with that because Happ had two of his best games all year. So I would have liked to stay consistent there with Ian Happ until he starts to struggle.
I agree. He's finally starting to get into a rhythm, and you pull him out of a start. I mean, obviously, this is a matchup that you're going to have Tyrone Taylor in most of the time. But when Hap's been struggling really bad, like he has, and he's starting to get hot, I would have liked to see him, in the lineup.
Yeah, and then my next thing, Pedro Ramirez 2 for 4 on the night. Like, you got to find a way to get him in the lineup every single night. Like, just all the guys can play left field. He can play anywhere in the infield. Like I love Conforto, but he doesn't really get the job done when he's starting. He's a better pinch hitter than he is in the starting lineup. And Tyrone Taylor hasn't been playing well as of late. Like he's hitting 200 right now. He has 3 hits and 15 at bats, 4 strikeouts. So he has been struggling a little bit. Obviously, it takes time to adjust, but Ramirez is your guy right now, and I think you need to find a way to put him in the starting nine every day, no matter if that's Ian Happ sitting, if that's Tyrone Taylor sitting, if it's Michael Conforto sitting. Like you need to find a way for Ramirez to be in the lineup every day because he can hit left-handed pitching and he can hit right-handed pitching.
100%. He can hit both ways. I mean, he's a switch hitter that's pretty much as valuable at both sides of the plate. But yeah, I agree with you. They got to find a way to fit Rammer in. I mean, I wouldn't even beg every day. I just more like every 2 days. Start one game, come in pinch hit late the next day, start the next day like that. But we need to see more consistency from this guy.
Yeah, and do you think Pedro Ramirez, as of right now, say the playoffs start tomorrow, is he in your playoff lineup? All right, well, here I'll do a little hypothetical here.
Give
Yeah.
me a hypothetical. I need an opponent and a pitcher.
All right, so if the playoffs ended today, little rematch here at home versus San Diego. Who would you say San Diego's aces right now? Because I know they got rid of Cease, and I'm gonna search this up here. I want to see who
Um,
their ace is. Trace depth chart. I'll give you a little hypothetical here. All right, we'll go with Michael King. Michael King's on the mound for Game 1. Is Pedro Ramirez in your lineup?
Ooh. All right. Hold on. So Michael King is a righty. So Rammer would hit from the left side. You would probably have. mm,
Hap's definitely in left.
so
Just
Habs. Okay. I even think if it's a lefty, Hap has to start just because of his experience. I mean, he was in the 17 playoffs, in the 18 playoffs, in the 2020 playoffs. He was pretty much a dog in last year's playoffs. So he's 100. I think he should play every game in the playoffs, no matter who's pitching.
I agree with that.
Um, my gosh, I would probably start him at DH and then have Conforto come in pinch hit late in like the seventh inning. Just more Conforto's a little older, But I mean, if Rammer's rolling, Rammer's rolling. But I would say yes. I would say yes. He would start and he would DH.
My only thing is Conforto does have experience, but If the guy is
Yeah,
hot, the guy is hot. If he's been your best hitter, he's been your best hitter as of
yeah.
late. Like I think Pedro Ramirez, no matter lefty or righty, is in your lineup to start the playoffs. He's your starting DH.
Mm. All right. I don't. There's no shame in that. Yeah. I mean, if that happens, I wouldn't be mad at it. Like, not at all. I just think. I mean, you brought up a good point earlier. Conforto's better when he's coming off the bench. Like, he's not in a
Rammer
very
isn't as
starting.
good of a pinch hitter.
Yeah, exactly. So I would start Rammer, and then like you got Conforto. He's already a good pinch hitter. He's got the experience. I think you got to pinch hit him somewhere late in the game. But yeah, I mean, I think you got to start Rammer, especially
And
if he's this hot.
you'll have Triantos to run, Tyrone Taylor if you needed a pinch hit versus a lefty. He can also run and play defense. And then you kind of have two open bench spots if you wanted it, or if you go and get another pitcher, call him up. I think it'll be 1-1, typically what they do for the September call-ups, but I assume you'll get another bat in that slot too.
Yeah, I agree. I think they'll go after
I
one.
think there's only two guys that it's going to be. It's going to be Kevin Alcantara, or actually three. Kevin Alcantara, Justin Dean, or Owen Ayers.
Yeah, I mean,
Because look at the pros and cons. Alcantara has MLB experience. He hits lefties well. He can run. You have Justin Dean. He's not going to hit, but he
but
has
he's gonna run.
He's going to run. He's going to play the field. And he has playoff experience. Then you have Owen Ayers. He can catch, and you always need catchers in the playoffs. Like if Cowley starts, you need to run someone. Amaya then comes in to catch. Amaya's up. You want Owen Ayers hitting maybe, or you want another bench bat. Say it's a lefty on the mound. You're facing Morjan.
Mm.
You probably want Tyrone Taylor in that spot. Then you put Ayers back in the catch. Like you cannot have enough catchers, I feel like, in the playoffs, especially with pinch runners and everything. And Ayers is switch hitter, so he can hit pitching from both sides. Like, and it's just good experience for him to learn from guys like Kelly and Amaya, and to get him this experience. Because if he's going to be your starting catcher next year, he's got to come up at some time this year so he can get some MLB experience at least rolling into next year. Because being a starting MLB catcher just isn't a thing that just happens, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it from Mo Baller. It kind of took him time. He's obviously balling out there in Anaheim right now, but you need the experience. And again, like you said, if he's going to start next year, he has to come up this year. But I agree with you when you say like you always need catchers because you're always going to need runners late in games and stuff like that. So I think Ayers might be the move.
Yeah, and even if he's not the call up, like still have him in the dugout with all the guys like
Oh
just
yeah,
there picking up on the experience. Like I'm sure you have Ayers there no matter what, Alcantara, Dean, um, Jordan Wicks probably. Like you're gonna have a lot of guys there supporting.
100%. Yeah, I mean they did that last year. They had a bunch of guys down there.
They did. Justin Steele, Nicky Lopez, Kevin Alcantara, Mo Baller, even though
Owen Casey was even in the dugout.
Casey, yeah. So now we'll take a preview on sweep day tomorrow. 3:05 start. On the bump for the Cubbies is Kevin Gosman. He is 6-10 with a 4.29 ERA. He went 7 innings with 2 runs in his Cubs debut on Friday. And then for the Nationals, it is Cade Cavalli, who is 9-5 on the year with a 3.57 ERA. Solid pitcher for the Nationals. I think he was their opening day guy, I believe.
He was, yes. Yeah, I know he pitched. It was either the first game or the second game.
Yeah, it was one of the two. I think it was opening day, but I could be wrong there. But Cavalli versus Kevin Gosman. What are your keys to tomorrow's game and expectations for sweep day?
Well, I would say normally, like, if it wasn't going to be a shootout, let Gosman settle in, obviously, as I say all the time. But I think this one's going to be a shootout. So if there's ever an opportunity, Cavalli's a great pitcher. I think Gosman will pitch fine, but you're just going to, I mean, if you have any opportunities early in the game, I mean, just at all in the game, like, again, we always say guys on second with less than 2 outs have to come around, just stuff like that. You always just do your job, score as much as you can, and go out and win like a 10-9 ball game. But I obviously hope Gosman doesn't give up that much, but if it happens, it happens. So, I think just don't waste your opportunities on offense. If you get a gift, you got to take advantage. Um, and Kevin Gosman go out and shove.
Yeah, typically we don't do this, but we're gonna do a little Brewers Dodgers series preview. Game one tomorrow for the Brewers. It's Shane Duran, who's 6-4 with a 3.87, and then for the Dodgers, it's Roki Sasaki, who is 5-5 with a 4.54 ERA, and then Friday night it is Robert Gasser, the lefty, is 3-4 with a 4.57 ERA versus Yashibu Yamamoto, who is 11-7 with a 2.65 ERA, and then another Saturday game, 6:15 on Fox. The Miz for the Brewers, who is 11-5 with a 1.76 ERA. But for the Dodgers, it's Justin Roblowski, who's 11-4 with a 3.44 ERA, but he's been getting teed off as of late. And then Sunday for the series finale, the pitching matchup for that, it is Logan Henderson for the Brewers, who's 6-2 with a 2.88 ERA. And then for the Dodgers, it's Tariq Skubal, who's 7-6 with a 2.93 ERA. So that is not an easy series at all for the Brewers, especially you have the Miz pitching Saturday, which is your best shot, but you have three rookies going the days outside of that.
Yeah, I mean, Scooble's been struggling. That's my worry for them. But I mean, I feel like this is definitely a big opportunity for the Dodgers. Both teams coming in pretty cold. The Dodgers have picked up a couple wins, but um, could definitely see this as a split. But I more see it as maybe Dodgers take three. I mean, I'm obviously hoping that, but my my biggest expectation for the series is probably a split. But I hope it's three to the Dodgers. I mean, four to the Dodgers would be great.
I hope the Dodgers take three. Cubs probably take 2 out of 3 from the Cardinals. Say they win tomorrow, because I think that they should. Kevin Gausman on the mound
Yeah,
versus Cavalli should be a win, should be a sweep. So
yeah.
that's one. I think you take 2 out of 3 from the Cards. Just I'm just assuming that. So
You
like
usually don't sweep a team like the Cardinals, but you should get two.
you take 3 out of 4. Say the Brewers lose, or say they split, you still get a game on them, and then you're
Mhm.
2 games back heading into next week. Say the Brewers lose 3 out of 4 and you win 3 out of 4. You're all, I think. Hmm, I got I got to math really quick here. I
Wait,
think
if
you're
you're
if the Dodgers win 3 games, Brewers
Mhm.
only win one, and the Cubs win 3 out of 4.
Then you're one back.
Then you're one back. And then for some reason, say the Cubs sweep and then the Brewers lose 3 out of 4. Then you're tied, I believe, yeah?
Yeah.
And then you're tied. Or say
Who
Cubs
has? Oh, the Brewers do. Never
or
mind.
say the Cubs win 3 out of 4 and the Brewers get swept, then you're tied for the lead.
Yeah.
So those are the scenarios. Most realistically, Cubs win 3 out of 4. The Brewers lose 3 out of 4, and you're a game back heading into next week in the Southside Series.
Gosh, that's such a big
That's
series.
a big one though, because you got to win 2 out of 3. Not even just for bragging rights, because what that's kind of weird though. No, what if they split it? Then it's 3-3 on the year. So who wins the Win Trust Trophy?
I mean, they used to do just a 4 game series where it was like the first two are at
Yeah,
Comiskey, the next two, and then obviously there was never. Oh wait, there would be a tie. Wow, what do
yeah,
they? I think it goes to the previous winner. I think that's what
for the
happens.
Cubs.
So the Cubs,
Yeah,
yeah,
so you got to win the series essentially.
yeah. I mean, you got to sweep. Like, let's be
I mean, you
honest.
got Ghazi,
After think about
Ghazi, Holmes, and Petey. I think, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, after the fucking bullshit that went down at Comiskey earlier in the year, you got to fucking bury this team and sweep them.
sweep them.
I mean, think about how good the Cubs were coming into
How
that
much do you
series.
bet that they'll move Sean Burke and Davis Martin up for the series? How much do you want
Oh,
to bet
oh
that?
God, they're gonna load this game up. They're gonna load this series up and act like it's the playoffs. Which I mean, more power to them. I mean, as they should. But think about how hot the Cubs were coming into the Comiskey series, and you lose that bullshit game on Sunday that you
Era,
never should have lost when you put Phil Maton in the eighth and he gives it up, and then you decide to,
Banana
uh,
Boy hit a home run.
yeah, Banana Boy hits the home run.
As of right now, it's supposed to be Sean Burke is supposed to pitch on Sunday, I believe. I'm just going from the White Sox website. Martin is scheduled for tomorrow. Burke is scheduled on Sunday.
So
But
Martin will pitch.
it'll be as of right now. It is Castillo versus Peterson game one, Martin versus Gosman game two, and then assuming that's going to be Hagen Smith on Wednesday versus Clay Holmes. Do you think that they would move Burke back a day? Say
They
they
probably would, yeah.
so then they'd have to face Burke, Castillo, and Davis Martin.
Yeah.
My guess is they called up another guy, I believe Tanner McCollum or something like that. They'll probably have him start versus Detroit this weekend. Then they'll probably move Sean Burke back, so
Oh,
he'll
they're playing Detroit this weekend?
yeah.
Oh, that's huge. Tigers are like three and a half
Well,
back
I
right
mean,
now.
you can't if you're Will Venable and the pitching coordinator, you kind of got to pick your battles. Like
Honestly, no. Then the fact that they're playing Detroit, Detroit's three and a half back. This is like, I mean, this isn't a playoff series, but it's as close as you're gonna get to right now. Like, you have to load up and beat this Detroit team. So no, I don't think that they're gonna move Burke back.
especially if it's a rubber match too, they probably have to go
Yeah,
Burke.
you have to. Yeah.
But yeah, so now we'll take a look around the MLB, all the scores from today. Obviously the Cubs with a big W today. Also tomorrow, make sure to tune in on Netflix 6:30 Field of Dreams game, Phillies versus the Twins, Aaron Nola versus Taj Bradley. It'll be cool to see. Always cool to watch that game. Um,
You know what's weird about that?
what
It's like, where was the advertising?
I know there's like no, like I saw it. I saw the
I mean, the
numbers.
White Sox and Yankees was the like a huge event. Obviously, it was the first one they did
One of
to
the
an
best
extent.
MLB games in history. If
Oh, unbelievable. And
unreal.
then
Tim Anderson, that was from as a
oh,
Cubs fan, that was an unreal game.
oh, it was unbelievable to watch. And then the next year, Cubs and Reds, not
I'm
a
not gonna
great
lie,
baseball
that
game
stunk. That game stunk.
because I mean the Cubs were
Awful.
god awful, the
Awful.
Reds were bad. It was still cool to see the Cubs in the Field of
Cool to
Dreams
see,
game.
but shitty game.
Oh, it was terrible. No, it was awful. But then that was advertised a lot. And then they were like, all right, we're not going to go back there. And then literally last week, I was like, wait a second. They're playing a game at the Field of Dreams? Like, I had literally had no idea. And what the hell is this matchup, too?
Pretty weird matchup, no.
Like, it's not like these are like very historical teams either. So I don't know. I just found that it was weird. And it's crazy that, like, I had no idea that there was even
Yeah.
a game
I'm
there.
sure I'll tune into it. So why
Oh,
not?
I'll be watching 100%. But it's just crazy that, like, the first two Field of Dreams games were, like, huge. They were on Fox. And now this one's like,
Netflix.
I didn't even know about it.
Iowa Cubs were playing there the other night, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I got the win.
Congrats to them for pulling out the win. BJ Murray, Ben Cowles, Greg Jones, and Jordan Nagawu pulled out home runs, 4 home runs on the night for the Iowa Cubs. So that was pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
White Sox beat the Reds 5-0. Luis Castillo struck out 10. Really nice outing for him. The Twins beat the Orioles 7-5. Josh Bell went 3 for 5. Big day for him. The Cardinals beat the Phillies 7-1. Alec Burleson with 3 RBIs. Cardinals are only 3 games out of a wild card spot, so they're still playing for a spot here. The Rays beat the Athletics 8-4. Liam Hicks with a 3-run shot. The Rockies beat the D-backs 6-4. Zach Veen with a home run in this one. I love the guy's story. The Astros beat the Giants 2-1. The Astros put up runs in the seventh and eighth inning, and that was enough to pull away. The Padres beat the Brewers 7-3. Luis Campesino with a walk-off in the 11th. I was watching this game. I was pretty pumped. The Guardians beat the Tigers 6-4. Joe Adell with a 2-run shot in this one. The Marlins beat the Pirates 8-2. Griffin Connie with a home run in this one. I think the Marlins are only 2 games back too. The Yankees beat the Mariners 10-5. Trent Grisham with 2 home runs in this one. The Blue Jays beat the Red Sox 6-4. Sorry, I couldn't spit that one out there. Toronto put up a 5-run eighth inning, and that would be enough for the win there. The Braves beat the Mets 6-3. The Dodgers beat the Royals 4-2. Otani with a 2-run shot, his 27th home run of the year. The Angels beat the Rangers 5-2. Corey Seager with a bomb in this one. Ben Joyce gets his first save on the year. Little standing update. Got the Cubs 3 games back in the Brewers. Phillies 9.5 back of the Braves, and then San Diego 8.5 back of the Dodgers. New York 6 back on Tampa. The Twins are 3.5 back on the White Sox, and then the Rangers are a game and a half back on Houston. Wild card Cubs are up 7.5. San Diego's up a game, and then Arizona and the Phillies are tied right now, but Arizona won the series earlier in the year, so they have the lead right now. But they have a 3 game set, I believe, the 2 last days of August and the first day of September. So that'll be a huge series. And if Arizona can win that, they'll have the tiebreaker. But if they split it, it'll go into something weird. The Marlins are a game and a half back, and St. Louis is 2.5 back. Everyone else is pretty unrealistic, if I'm going to be completely honest. And then the AL, New York is 8.5 up. Boston's 4.5 up. Texas is a half a game up. Minnesota's trailing a half a game. Detroit's trailing a half a game. Cleveland's trailing a game. Toronto's trailing a game and a half. Baltimore's trailing 2 games, and Seattle's trailing 4 games. So that's going to be a dogfight in the AL for that last wild card spot. Because Boston and New York are in pretty good stands right now, but that last spot is going to be a dogfight to see whoever plays Houston. It's not like Houston's a great team either, so that could be anyone's series to take, or that could be the White Sox too. That wild card team plays, which is another beatable team.
Yeah.
So now we'll play some MLB Pickle Rye. I think I know who, but just hearing it from you, who do you want to start with today?
I mean, come on now, Braggy.
Heck yeah, Alex Bregman. All right, we got NL righty. Let's go a pitcher. I'm gonna go with Yashibu Yamamoto. All right, NL West righty.
Pitcher or no?
Not a pitcher. Let's go
Um,
Perdomo. I know he's a switchy, but let's see if we get the team. Not Arizona. From the Dominican Republic, shortstop.
in the NL West.
Oh wait, Padres shortstop. Bogarts.
Oh, bang.
I don't know if he's from the Dominican Republic.
I don't know. No,
No, he's not. Not the Padres.
where's he from?
Uh, I'm not sure.
Does it? It doesn't say.
It says ABW.
ABW.
Yeah, I don't know.
What?
Colorado.
And now I need the answer. Now I'm curious.
Might be Netherlands. I think it's Netherlands. I could be wrong.
Bogarts?
Yeah.
Oh, Aruba.
Ah. All right. San Diego, Arizona. Giants, Willie Adames. I think that should be it. Yep, and that is your MLB Pickle Player of the Day, Willie Adames. Now we'll play some Immaculate
All right,
Grid.
Immaculate Grid. I've kind of cranked out a lot of them
All
here.
right,
So
Sox and Astros, Corey Lee.
I went Dallas Keuchel.
All right.
Astros Twins, Carlos Correa. Astros born outside the U.S., Jose
Wait,
Altuve.
Astros, Twins, Carlos Correa, yeah.
Yeah, only one team, Sox. I couldn't think of many, so I just went Sam
Ooh,
Antonacci.
let me get a poll here.
All right, you got a poll.
All right.
Only one team,
The guy
Minnesota.
just made his debut. I'm going to go Hagen Smith.
I mean,
Not a
what a
poll.
poll. What a poll, Rye.
I can think of someone better. I just don't want to keep you guys waiting here all day.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I went
100
Antonacci.
run season, Tommy? I think probably not.
Not the fastest guy.
Ooh. Tim Anderson, maybe? No.
Only one team, Twins. I went Byron Buxton.
Buxton.
And then that's about all I have.
I'm going to go Royce Lewis for this one. And then 100 run season on the Twins. Born outside for Astros, Altuve. And then born outside one team, Pedro Ramirez. And then born outside 100 run season. Think Big Papi ever got it? Ortiz? Just from all the home runs. Yeah, he did.
Wow.
All right, Twins. I feel like Buxton might have gotten it. That's why I want to save him. He's a pretty fast guy. Yes, he didn't. Ooh. This is tough here. I'm not.
Yeah, I cranked out a couple and I can't think of like the other ones.
We'll do it. For the Sox, Frank Thomas. For the Twins, Kirby Puckett. Thank you guys for tuning into today's episode of the Cubs Line podcast. Make sure to tune in as we recap the National Series tomorrow and preview this upcoming Cardinals series and huge homestand. Signing off, Ryan Dunleavy.
Ryan Zolnski.
See you guys in the next episode.